wanted to do a video today and talk about different things. This is an update. When you create something and you draw it on paper and you got a character and you do several different pieces, your research, et cetera, and so on, you keep all that stuff together, and that is crucial. On your actual work, you want to have your signature and your date are the two most important and crucial things on that. And then if you need a copy of it copyrighted, you send it to Washington and you have them do it. And I think it costs about $25 to do it today, but they'll send you your copy back and it's a copyrighted print. Now, going on with my story in particular, I've seen Liefeld talking about people on Twitter and talking about Deadpool. He doesn't provide a date. You should always have a signature and a date. And on his work, he has Fabian Niciez's signature and he has his signature. And creation doesn't work that way. When you create something and you're by yourself, basically, or like the Superman creators, they were children working on Superman, and they created that character. That's how that works when you have a duo that's working on something. In Liefeld and Niciez's case, it's not the point. His very own words, and I'm saying his words, it was whoever was there was how it worked. He could have been the janitor, and the janitor could have got credit for that work. It's not how it works. It's complete and utter nonsense. No different than Stan Lee on there was a comic book creator series that Robert Kirkman had, and it had Stan Lee on there, and he walks into a room, and I'm going to do my Stan Lee impression. Jack Kirby was working on something, and he walked into the room, and I walked in, and I saw something I never saw before, and it was amazing. And I looked at it, and I said, "Oh my gosh, it's the Silver Surfer." Well, if Jack Kirby was working on it, and he had the idea in his head, and he's applying it on paper, and he's like, this is the silver dude, and he surfs, and he wears Hurley shirts. That's the silver dude, Stan. No. Instead, Stan Lee walks in and lays claim to it right away. It's no different than me coming into your house, in your kitchen, while you're drawing something and saying, "That's amazing. I'm going to name it the Lee thing." It doesn't work that way. Not at all. It doesn't work that way at all. So him coming in and laying claim to things, unless like it is at Marvel, anything you go in there with becomes their property. And they didn't give me any due notice of that, by the way. But anything that comes in there becomes their property. So for anything that Kirby created at that time become property of Marvel, or it was in his contract that he signed when he worked there. There's a lot of things involved here that people don't realize. My cousin said to me, he goes, "Oh, don't you wish you patented?" Patented? It's not an invention. It was a piece of artwork. It was artwork that I have the copyright to. And you see what they're doing. They don't have nothing signed by me doing a movie, but I could tell you this about a third Deadpool movie. I'm going to tell you right now, which I think this is great. If my name isn't listed on that movie as the creator of that character, or Domino, if my name is not listed on there at the end of that movie, that character is leaving the MCU, period. If my name is not on that character at the end of that movie, that character is leaving the MCU. It will leave Marvel altogether. They will not keep that character. I am telling you, as I said, and this is what I meant to you before when I talked about money wasn't a matter. It doesn't matter how much money they throw at me. Their answer will be no. That's the bottom line. So be very careful, gentlemen, when you put your movie out, because if it says John Brown isn't up there or whatever and is not the creator of the character, you don't have to worry about it anymore. It won't be your problem. But you will have to pay the billions in the lawsuit that comes. And I will be very unforgiving to you people. I may take it to the Supreme Court is how unforgiving I will be. And I don't care how many hundreds of millions of dollars you throw. I will teach you bastards a lesson. That's the bottom line there. So, this is your Genghis Khan moment. And if you know anything about history, Genghis Khan was pretty unforgiving. The other thing I'd like to talk about is in the event that, well, since you guys don't have anything signed by me and you don't want to pay up what you owe, I may send this character to DC Comics. I have a script that I'm working on right now, and the runtime is about 3.5 hours, enough for 2 movies. The first movie by itself should generate $1 billion. And I never made Deadpool about a romance kind of guy, but the Deadpool Harley Quinn romance involving the Joker and Batman, let me tell you something. It's violent, it's hysterical, and it will generate the bucks. So you guys should really think this over before you go ahead and you do anything, because I have a lot of plans myself. And should I need to do it, I'll make that copyright that you guys claim that you have, it will be free to the public. I will release that character. I will destroy it for you guys. So you guys better think real careful before you go ahead and you do anything else. And don't think that I'm just bloviating or running my mouth here. I guarantee you that you will rue the day that you did what you did to me. But that's just my video now, and that's what I wanted to talk about. I got guys out there, they wanted to militate their ideals onto me. Well, it was never about money. But under the same token, if I came into your house, like I said before, and you're creating something, and I said, make sure you have John Brown at the bottom of it. That means any toys, any birthday cards, comic books, cartoons, movies, I would get half of it. I'm in another process. I'm helping somebody with a book right now, writing a book. And the other thing I'm doing is, I said to a friend of mine, I said, yeah, would you help me out with this? And he goes, well, first off, he says, I want 50% of everything that you're working on. And, I'm going to help you with the characters. And I looked at him and I said, look, man, I got a story. I don't need help with the characters. I already got them all in my head. And he goes, nah, man. He goes, I don't do stuff like that. He goes, we were taught when we went to school, he goes, make sure that we own at least half of the characters. And I started to laugh and I said, wow. I said, so I got a friend of mine here. I want to get him a job and help him out and help me out all at the same time. But yet he wants half of everything that I have. And it just, I can't work that way. I had to tell him no. I wound up doing it myself, which was a little difficult at first. But under the same token, I had a good teacher in high school and in college with literary work that I know what a paragraph is. So that's my thing on creation today. A lot of interesting stuff's going to happen in the next few years. I don't know how it's going to work out with these kids because I don't think they're ever going to see some of the things that I have coming out, but it ought to be hysterical. And I think it's really bad that when a guy like me provides the pie for everybody to eat and I can't get 10% of a slice, that's a big problem. So that's my thoughts on that right now. But like I said, I don't intend on taking Deadpool from the MCU, but under the same token, they don't have me as the creator on their third movie. I got news for you. That character will be gone. He will not be part of Marvel anymore. They can say what they want. I will rip that character from their grimy, dirty fingers. So, like I said, that's my thoughts on today. And I wanted to do a video to upkeep with my account here. So, thank you all. Have a blessed day. And keep your eyes open because I'll have more coming as the days go on. Thank you.